Guys, I don't know whether you guys watch Teddy Atlas's podcast. I don't know whether you guys sit down and watch it. I like to listen to Teddy Atlas. He can be quite controversial at times. He can say a lot of things to rub people up the wrong way. So most of us, when there's somebody like that, like to listen to him because you don't know what he's going to come out of his mouth. And he said something about Manny Pacquiao, which I'm pretty sure you Pacquiao fans are going to jump on and not be happy about what he said. He questioned Manny Pacquiao jumping up so many weight categories, saying that when Manny Pacquiao did it, and I think I'll tell you why this topic got brought up, because of Varda testing. There's going to be no Varda testing for this fight, and Teddy Atlas was questioning why there isn't. Is it corrupt? And I'll go on to some of the things that he said, but he said Manny Pacquiao moved up so many weight categories, and it wasn't the fact that Manny Pacquiao moved up so many weight categories. He never looked slower. He looked bigger than some of the guys that were meant for the weight. He looked just as fast, just as strong. His punch power didn't diminish as he moved up. You could probably say now that he's at 47, he's not got the same punching power at 47, but he's older. But his punching power never, he took his punching power with him up the weights. That's true. So there's always been a question mark around Pacquiao and his legitimacy of moving up so many weight categories. I've always been at the standpoint where I don't like to point fingers at somebody if I don't know, if I don't have facts in front of me. With Canelo, he failed a drug test. Pacquiao's never failed a drug test. Obviously, we know that's not the be-all and end-all, because there's many times that the guy's a cash cow. People can protect him. We know Pacquiao's definitely been a cash cow. So there's a reason why, sanctioning bodies and would want to protect him. But I still won't like to point fingers. And listen, I understand, because like I said, I've studied this, so I know what's possible and what's not possible, and I know the fact that what Pacquiao's done is incredible, but there is a question mark, of course, because is Pacquiao a freak of nature? Maybe, because that's what he's done is not possible for most human beings. It's not possible. If you look at most fighters, they've not been able to achieve that, but even with taking steroids, you can't achieve what some of the things that Pacquiao's achieved. So in that point of view, he's a freak of nature anyway. Because even if you were on the juice, there's no way that most people won't be able to move up that many weight categories and do what he's done. You'd get, being on steroids doesn't mean that you can start moving up weight categories and start battering the crap out of everyone. It just doesn't work like that. There's many guys that have been on the juice that have lost fights, that have been hammered in fights. It doesn't make you it makes you stronger, makes you fitter, but it doesn't necessarily mean, that you're going to win. It just doesn't mean it. That obviously comes down to your boxing ability, your talent that you have, which obviously Pacquiao has in abundance. But I do think obviously the fact that there's no Varda testing in this fight was definitely suspicious. It makes you think, Teddy Atlas pointed out a few things that it makes you think that, is it a case that Pacquiao's 40 and he thinks that I need to take something? Or is it a case where Thurman, because he's saying, why isn't Thurman questioning it? Is it a case where Thurman's thinking it's too big a payday, where I don't care what he's doing, it's a big payday? Or is it a case where Thurman's not clean himself? There's a lot of question marks. But obviously Pacquiao has Teddy Atlas is questioning whether Pacquiao has been legitimate. And there's been many people that have questioned Pacquiao over the years. When you do something crazy like that, or when you do something, when you're so good, people are always going to question your legitimacy. And Pacquiao has been questioned over the years. I've always been a Pacquiao fan, so I'd never like to question him. But I understand what people are saying. I take it in because I understand. I know I've studied this from a science point of view. So I know what's possible and not possible. But because when you're a fan of somebody, you don't really like to criticize them or accuse them of something that you're not 100% about. Because like I said, there are people in the world that are freak of natures. Maybe Pacquiao is one of them. He has achieved something. Even, like I said, there's people that if you were to give them the strongest kind of PEDs, they won't be able to achieve what Pacquiao's achieved. But that's nevertheless, if someone's taken something, then, they shouldn't be getting credit for being the star that Pacquiao is. But at the end of the day, I just think a lot of people like to, criticize people without having the facts. And I don't like to criticize Pacquiao, like I said, I'm a fan. I think he's a great fighter. I think, everyone, there's many people that try to undermine him, put him down. When you've achieved so much, like Pacquiao, people are going to do that. But I think Pacquiao's a legend, and I don't think we should start questioning. There's many fighters right now that are probably not clean. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think about Teddy Atlas's comments about Manny Pacquiao. What do you think? Do you think that Pacquiao's jump up weight classes were legitimate? What did you make of him not losing speed, keeping the same power? What did you think of all of that? Leave your thoughts, guys, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.